Oh, geez. Okay. What is happening? Hey, I'm going to remember to do this before we start. Hi, everyone. This show's not for kids because it's about to get buck wild up in here. So I just want to make sure this is out of the way. How's it going, guys?
I'm glad you haven't gone live yet because I was going to tell you, did you know that there's a shot called Come in a Hot Tub? Vodka and like Bailey's and it like suspends in there. Yeah.
Personally, I would totally drink the combo that you're talking about. The title is phenomenal.
Yeah, that doesn't sound terrible.
Yeah, it actually sounds decent, except for the name, obviously.
Hey, Perry, what's up?
Noah would enjoy.
And the visual.
Old Wolf, great to see you guys. Come on, mama.
Yo,
I tried to.
Come on. Oh, no. Oh, my God.
Perry. Not you too, Perry.
Oh.
Andy, what was the joke you were setting up earlier in the pre-show that we stopped you from telling?
I can't. No, not without John. Oh, John. Oh,
That's what she
John.
said too.
Oh, John. Just a bunch of oh, Johns.
Oh, John.
Oh, John.
Is that why they call him John Doe's? I mean,
You're gonna be less. This is you and Jason and Adam. That's gonna be with all of the show.
You do have earned your bottom tier status.
I've always been a bottom.
Hey, to get this back on track, I got a joke for you, Andy.
uh-oh.
Which track is that?
So,
can you remove yourself?
yeah, no, this is perfectly acceptable. Three buddies get together and they want to take this boat trip, right? So one of the guys has a boat, and they're like, "Let's go out for the day, do some fishing and stuff." And when they're out there, one of the guys wants to smoke a cigarette, and he's like, "Oh man, like I forgot my matches. What? If I really want a cigarette, what can we do?" And they're thinking and look around the boat for anything they can use to start a fire. And then one of the guys goes, "Oh, I know." And he grabs the cigarettes and he throws one overboard. And he goes, "There you go." And he goes, What did you do that for?" He goes, "I just made the whole boat a cigarette lighter."
Oh, my God.
Wolf.
It's not too late to leave.
I'm gonna hop out of here.
Magic Lasso, what's up? Good to see you. And Zuni,
What's up, Lasso?
JP's Budget Collecting. Bunny's in the chat, everyone.
Yeah, Bunny's in the chat.
Oh, uh-oh.
What's that about?
You missed JP's
JP Budget Collecting's 2,000 subscriber celebration. There was some wonderful
2,000 subscribers. Come on,
he does because he works hard, unlike me.
That's impossible. No one's ever reached that amount.
But the joy of the evening involved Comic Man Andy doing an inappropriate Google search involving bunnies.
That
I led to that.
That I tricked him into doing.
Okay,
it's almost perfect that came up because I have a slideshow that I want to present and I made for Andy to try to make up.
Oh, you want to do that right now?
Let's just do it right now.
Would you say that you dangled a carrot out in front?
Yikes.
You might say that.
Oh, hey.
So I felt really bad about how things went for Andy on JP's show the other night.
John's refusal to try out different fonts is just
it's not going to happen. You just got to get with it. I've told you I'm the budget misexplained.
Ariel forever.
I get a lot of product made. It's not of a high quality.
You guys are like holding me down and waterboarding me with this. There's like no chance to breathe. We're going right in.
I'm saying this is the glory of the show. Those people here at the first 5 minutes get the good
glory
stuff.
hole of the show.
The rabbit hole.
So poor Andy was traumatized by rabbits, and I thought, you know what, we should reward him with some Punisher. I know he's a big fan.
Oh no! Don't use that term reward.
All right, well, I'll let you guys know if this is funny for people who didn't get the joke to begin with.
Yeah. So I thought, well, what would happen to Andy's favorite character if he meets Bunny?
No shit.
Oh no!
This is gonna get ugly fast.
Like Captain Carrot, kind of. Punisher becomes.
Uh-oh.
The Punisher. It's the Punisher.
All right, I like
Punisher.
it.
Oh my God.
I like it.
It doesn't get better from here.
I think that should be his official new logo. So D-Bag stop putting it on their trucks.
I don't know where I can actually go from here. Like, I think we're done.
Yeah, I think that's the slideshow, right?
It's peaked. It's peaked.
More of just a graphic than a slide.
I love the tentative laughter.
John figured out how to use Snapchat.
I'm saying, right? So
Come get some.
we're gonna have a little fun with your favorite
come
character and a little bit of traumatizing memory flashback to JP's show. at
Yeah,
the
you
same time.
you can't unsee what I've seen. So every time I make a quip like "come get some," I'm like, ooh.
And now you're combining it with the Punisher. That's my goal here. So yeah, so
Oh,
I decided to go.
no!
We've gone through the history of the Punisher to look back at where the Punisher might have come into play. So this is Punisher Warzone.
Chris Barrett, you should know by now. It's the wrong show for that.
Oh my
Punisher
God.
Warzone was a really underrated. I mean, Ramita Jr. doing some good work.
Yeah, took quite the pounding.
The copy and paste skill it took to turn the P into a B up there is just.
It's quality. It's quality skills. I'm saying again.
Would you
this
say
is my-
Would you say he put the P in the B, or?
I'm just saying.
That's his business.
I put the B on the P.
Yeah, B's on the P.
We don't get.
Bunny's in the chat, everyone.
Bunny's in the chat.
Would that be like going to the ATM? Oh,
So-
that's well done.
Here's his old uniform.
Look at the little chest.
The
piece.
box art is kind of
Oh my
my favorite.
Yeah, that's a triple threat.
Just notice it.
You missed it on his belt buckle, though.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell, man?
Yeah.
Oh no.
So this is all for you, Andy. Come on.
No.
The character went through several evolutions, right?
Some sort of
Oh no.
The modern version, right?
know-
is
yeah, Punisher
very popular.
Max.
Punisher Max
What
was
happens
a
in Punisher
little
Max?
more raw.
You like
Andy knows what happens in Punisher Max.
A lot of explicit content. Apparently, it says it right on the cover.
shoves eggs up asses.
No, those grenade eggs.
Grenade eggs.
Is
yeah.
that why they hop along?
I don't know.
Wait. Oh no.
The logo is for me what it's
my
all
God.
about here.
I loved this cover.
The trade dress gets better and better each time.
Notice how he said loved.
Everything's just getting ruined for him. This is the worst night of Andy's life.
Oh,
The over-under on how long this took, John, 7 minutes?
oh God, Daybears, no.
way too much time. I'm a bigger fan of the limited series.
I won a Comic round with this cover. And then
With
John,
the secret bunny variant.
John took me out at the knees with his Cosby cover joke.
This is the 6-finger Punisher, right?
Wait.
His hand holding the rope has 6 fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
If you have
know,
a copy of the book at home, you can check.
So he needs to watch out for Inigo Montoya, doesn't
that's one better finger to pleasure you with.
They call that the minivan.
he? You killed my father.
So
Yeah.
the
Two in
Punisher's
the
been
front,
around for
5
a
in the
while.
back.
It's called the Hopper. Said the shocker.
I would be hopping along too if that were
Boy, the pink really goes well with this suit.
I'm a big Punisher War Journal fan, personally.
For some reason, this is the first one of this that did this for me, where it's got like a weird Chippendales vibe all of a sudden.
You can't sully this cover. This is the cover they used for the original video game
Yeah.
box art.
Well, now every time you see it, you're going to think of a male stripper.
Yep. The little bow tie, right?
There's a
Just
lot
put
of
it in the
junk that
hopper.
trunk. There's a lot of junk in that trunk. Why are 15 people watching this? Oh my god.
It's glorious.
We're starting things off with a deep inside joke, guys.
And then, of course, the true first
there you go.
appearance
Yeah.
of the Punisher.
You should have made it the Jackrabbit instead of the Jackal.
Oh, you're right.
The Jackrabbit.
Oh,
So,
oh.
yeah, the head tilt on the bunny ears is kind of fun too. So, yeah, there's the first appearance of the Punisher.
My
Hot spec.
Bravo.
my chest kind of hurts. What's the number to 911?
I think it's nine,
Oh.
411.
I don't like that
no.
view. I don't like that
No.
angle. You know?
Oh no! You have to tie.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
You have to tie this GIF into the one you made me search for.
He's like, look into my eyes. Well,
What is he objecting to?
Probably this
All
whole
of it.
slideshow.
Yeah,
you,
this
no-
this
no
whole
teeth.
show, all of our existences.
No teeth. Told you.
Even Thomas Jane.
Okay, that's fitting for Thomas
has been-
Jane.
he's been punished.
What? No Dolph?
I was just gonna say, if this doesn't have a Dolph in it,
It actually doesn't. I could not.
Oh.
Nobody has high resolution pictures of Dolph Lundgren as the Punisher anywhere.
All right, so every week,
so internet, get on that.
every week at the top of the show, we're just going to take some time to hurt Andy.
Yes. So there you go, Andy. That was for you, Andy.
and he's gonna have nightmares now.
That's acceptable.
Yeah, you got one fan in the chat.
There you go. Well done, John.
All
So
for you, Mama, and Andy.
I actually have kind of a fun fact that I heard this week that might make you feel a little better, Andy. Are you a fan of mythology at all?
Not if it's bunny related.
No, it's not. It is not bunny related. So you know, I'm sure you probably heard of Achilles, right?
Achilles, yes.
He's the guy
So-
with
The heel, yeah.
Yeah.
There's another great hero in Greek mythology that I never heard about, which I was surprised by actually because I did a fair amount of studying of mythology in high school and college. And he was named Bophades.
That is a tried and true classic both of these nuts joke. So,
Oh, okay, yeah, you got it already.
yeah, I get it regularly.
Is he friends with Testicles?
Well played volley over there.
Oh wow!
Well,
Hey, Chris Barrett
I'll
is
see
here.
myself-
We haven't had.
Yeah, we got Chris Barrett back.
When did we have Chris? We haven't had Chris Barrett in our chat. In
Guys, we did it. Word of mouth brought Chris Barrett back.
Wow.
Oh man,
Wait, there you
I've
go.
already highlighted him because he's been shitting on us. the
I
whole
love both of these. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
What he does
So
best.
anyway, the joke is that his weakness is in his groin. That's where we get the term "both of these nuts,"
It's the only place he's weak.
much like Achilles in his heel.
Oh no!
I like that.
Nailed it.
I mean,
And like Testicles, you have to like trim his pubes to get rid of his power.
Yeah, like
Instead of his
Samson.
hair. Yeah.
if only I'd studied harder, I would have reached my goal.
Gotta use
All
that
I
Homework 2.0.
I never would have had to deal with all of this, all of you guys, if I just would have reached my own goal. All I ever wanted to be was an astronaut, but my parents told me the sky's the limit.
Boo this man.
And this is why we will hurt you at the beginning of every show.
Yeah.
Come on, nothing.
That was actually solid.
I mean, I think our reaction spoke volumes. I mean, I think we all reacted pretty hard.
I think that Fox came volumes too.
Yeah.
What's
I
next?
want it on record that I made a PG slideshow.
You're right.
It is
that was.
possible for John
Uh-huh.
not to splatter everything with white.
Well, let's just say you could have made a much worse slideshow based on our ideas.
Yeah, because Noel actually finished this week. Noel is done.
No finish.
Ooh, like he finished in the
No
middle.
finish.
Oh wait,
No finish.
He finished.
Yeah.
I mean,
he
next
came,
next
he's
week,
gone.
We can still do that. We can still do that one.
He came, left $20 on the counter, and he's gone.
John, if you don't do the no finish slideshow, I'm gonna do it myself.
Only 20?
No finish.
Only 20?
Take matters into my own hands, so to speak.
Only 20? Oh my god. I can't bear to hear that joke.
It's some low going fruit.
Come on.
All right.
I'm trying here.
Nope.
here.
Bublaze,
Yeah.
Bibbles. It's probably gonna be a short show tonight, guys.
you are on the thinnest of ice.
We are really going through stuff tonight.
Why
They're
that card
already
does
at the
have a
boot
bunny
list.
in it?
It took us
It's pronounced bubbly.
Word bunny of the week? Wait, what?
It's your opinion, man.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm. Thunderbolts is funny, and I enjoy it.
Dun, 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 dun,
Unlike-
dun, dun,
unlike
dun,
this
dun,
show.
bolts.
Right?
My favorite is Lion-O.
Wrong book.
My favorite is
No, I think
Rabbito.
that's correct.
All right. Like, agree to disagree. So the Thunderbolts are riding through New York City while it's being while it's dealing with Null coming.
You know, Chitara's pretty good too. Though. Chitara.
As they're driving along, they've been rescuing people on their journey. They collected the sentry's body and duct taped it back together. The two halves because he got split. They're riding around in an old school bus that's falling apart.
Jesus Christ.
This is the kind of Buck Wild book this was.
It doesn't even have a whole right side to it. It's amazing.
No,
The
Yeah.
mustache makes it.
It seems
Well,
dangerous. Somebody falls
that's-
off the side, they're just dead.
that's Batroc.
Lavache.
Yeah. So anyway, Star says, "Why are we slowing down?" He's like, "The bus, she morte, ma petite étoile. She is like guiding a drunken whale through pudding." No, that's my best. That's my best French accent.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
yeah.
We've all had a push rope. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Not going to get any better than that tonight.
Let's start the show.
For Christ's sake.
You ever had to push whale through pudding? Yeah.
Sorry. We're ruining John's bubble.
I
Sorry.
don't know that anything's going to save it. Taskmaster says, "Okay, Thunderbolts, we're going the rest of the way on foot." And then one of the guys like,
tell that's Taskmaster.
"Because I've read the comic."
You're amazing.
One of the other guys says, "We'll get torn apart." And he goes, "We'll go fast." You forgot about our very new sleepy teammate, like the dead body that they got to carry. And then the engine just dies. He's like, "Lavage." I don't know what that means. I'm assuming it has something to do with the car.
You didn't bother to look up what lavash means? Come on.
I didn't.
It's a type of bed.
Star says, "What about them? Remember the people we rescued? They can stay on the bus. They'll die. They were going to die anyway. At least we took them on a nice trip to the beach. You made them stay on the bus." So yeah, it just cracked me up. All the banter, the team just made me laugh. So
I love Sentry. It's like
That
Bernie.
you can see the sentry like dead body there.
Bernie.
Who's the artist of this? It's interesting.
It's not talent, that's for sure.
Just weekend at Sentries.
There you go. There you go. That's what we needed. The Vash means the cow. I don't even know what that means.
No, it's a type
I'd
of-
like to
Oh,
fact check that. Hey, Andy, can you Google that for me real quick?
I don't trust Chris
No.
Barrett with anything.
No, I'm not Googling anything that you ever asked me to Google ever again.
Lavash is a type of bread similar to pita bread. We all know that.
Oh jeez. Buckle up, folks. Buckle up.
Yeah.
Finally
So
some wholesome content.
no,
We're about to
no,
peak.
no
Yeah.
spoilers here, but this is going to be a Silver Age Sucks episode of Word Bubbles of the Week.
Is it Silver Age?
Oh, I guess Lavash is similar to Dam.
I don't know. This isn't Golden Age. It's a 15-cent book.
It
So
might be bronze, maybe.
15 cents?
They make it a spec book.
I don't know. Anyway, whatever this age is from, this book is fucking buck wild for one reason and one reason only.
Wait,
Just tell me when.
Yeah, go for it. because a giant Jor-El spanks Superman who says, "Punish me, Daddy, I deserve it."
Why are we?
Now, I looked at this very closely because I thought maybe there's no way he really said that, and somebody probably photoshopped in the
No,
word.
I double checked too because I couldn't believe it, and this is 100% real.
Wow.
This seems like something that This Explained would make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it would look better than the stuff I made earlier.
So I think this gave a lot of people, like looking back on it, a fetish when they were kids.
I also love
Definitely
the. It looks like Jor-El has some lazy eye going on there.
I mean,
He just came home from the bar, the Krypton bar.
But I'm surprised this is not like one of those more sought after books. What's Superman's safe word?
Like the Rifleman or something?
Yeah, I mean, 'cause it's not on the cover, so I guess that's what holds it back. But the issue where Batman slaps Robin is like a book people want.
Yeah, it's just more memeable probably than this one is.
oh, this is definitely.
What's up, Seawood?
Yo,
You
what's up, man?
Good to have you, brother.
Yeah, just in time.
Speaking of wood,
Yeah, everyone in the chat, answer this question from Comics Will Break Your Heart. What's Superman's safe word? We got pineapple. No king shaming at all. I mean, that's what you're into, and the safety of your own home with consenting partners, 100%.
Who happened to be your dad?
But it's his own
probably
dad.
like it's probably like
So-
Candor.
So this isn't for context. This is not
Kryptonite
actually
dildo.
his dad. This is an illusion of his dad.
Ah,
So it's a fantasy.
Okay, but he still said, "Punish me, Daddy, I deserve it." Like, illusion or not, he was into it.
Yeah.
Full participant.
Kryptonite dildo.
I don't know. I don't know when to move on from this.
oh,
I don't know when to move on
Yeah.
from
This is my favorite safe word. Don't stop. I think I've made that joke before.
All right. Well,
All right. Well,
oh, this is
on-
not
on
getting
to the-
better.
I
No.
hope you made about a 30-minute slideshow here because we got some vamping to do.
it is significantly long. Yeah. So,
Good.
That's what she said.
this is one of those where the cover has nothing to do with the main story, but anywho, that's a fun cover, right? Kryptonite girl. He's like, leave, go away. You become a menace to my life. They really know how to dial the drama on these covers. Anyway, Lois Lane number 16. The plot is this: Lois gets jealous because Jimmy Olsen has a Superman signal watch that can summon Superman to solve crimes, like the one he just solved in this panel. So Lois is like, wait a second. Isn't it about time you gave me a Superman signal watch? And he comes up with a bunch of excuses why not to, but eventually he relents, and on her birthday, he whooshes in and gives her, of course, a Superman signal watch. He says, but please use it discreetly, okay?
I love how she's like, you shouldn't have done it,
Let's
even
be
though she
smart.
asked for it.
Yeah, exactly. Let's be smart about how we use this watch. We got a lot going on. I'm Superman, busy guy. Anyway, happy birthday. I'm sure I won't regret this at all.
Oh, no.
So, of course, it starts to be used for the dumbest of reasons.
because women.
That's you've caught onto the theme already. That's so she has a bad dream, and she accidentally summons him. Oh, I had a nightmare. I didn't realize it was only a dream, and I signaled you. And he's starting to get a little bit annoyed, but she's like, it must have been something I ate. You aren't angry with me, are you? He's like, be angry? Of course not. And then he's thinking to himself, I'm not angry. I'm just beginning to suspect I'm a fathead for giving Lois the signal watch.
Wow.
So the fun part of this is going to be how progressively more annoyed he gets.
So can I just interject here real quick?
Of course, we have
I
plenty
think-
of time for that.
Superman is kind of missing the plot here. This is the 1950s version of Lois texting him "you up."
Yeah.
For sure.
Wait, wasn't there someone in bed with her already?
Yeah.
Exactly.
She lives with another woman.
Yeah.
And Superman's just like,
Separate.
oh, they called me here under false pretenses. I'm just going to go back out the window instead of,
Yeah, he's in a real hurry to leave.
yeah.
Women. This is a dummy. He just doesn't get it.
I mean, this is kind of a once in a lifetime
I don't have time for this. I gotta get spanked for my dad.
Ouch.
Yeah, it kind
I'm
of
late for my spanking.
ruined him for this sort of adventure. Anyway,
What
later
we needed was a panel of all the people dying in some like ship sinking in the
Yeah.
harbor because he's
Totally.
busy zipping over to check on Lois.
So there's another distress signal later, and of course it's because I just wanted you to fix the heel of my shoe. It came loose.
Wow.
And
Wow.
it's like, well, I was doing something important when I got your signal, so please go to a shoemaker.
It's Cobbler.
He seems peeved.
That's right. Yeah. And she's like, he seems peeved. I wonder if I did wrong to summon him. So
Let's test it out again.
right off the bat, she's
They really made this book
Idiot.
all about Lois, as made her as dumb as possible. In this
I'm out of toilet paper.
All right, that can't be an emergency.
Look that
Bad.
he's giving her here as he flies away is just such disdain on his face. It's amazing, but it gets worse. So later, she's covering a pet show for the paper, and a dog is bullying other dogs, or a cat. And he's like, "What? Is this why you wanted me? My time is very important, Lois. Please don't signal for me again unless it's a dire emergency." She's like, "Dire emergency? All right." Now you think she's just going to get it and only use it for emergency, all right?
No.
Nope, the zipper on her purse got stuck and she can't open it. He goes, "There, I've opened it. Great Scott, girl. How could you possibly call this a real emergency?" And of course, her response is, "I needed to apply more makeup and couldn't get it in my compact. If that's not an emergency, what is?"
Broads.
Thought bubble. Why, oh why, was I ever fool enough to give Lois a signal watch? It's a good thing I'm Superman, or she'd wear me out. Which kind of sounds dirty in itself, but anyway. Later, she gets stuck in a revolving door, and he's actually saying to himself, "Oh my god, this is it. Here goes my temper." And he just unloads. He's like, "You pest!
Oh shit.
If you don't stop wasting my time with trifling emergencies, I'll take the Superman signal watch back."
And look at that smug AF chick in the foreground just laughing it up.
This dumb bitch.
What a bee.
Wow.
Wow.
So later,
Oh,
there's
no.
actually trouble. There's actually trouble.
Classic girl who cried wolf.
I was gonna say.
These two guys get the idea that they're actually seeing Superman do all these stupid things for Lois, and they're like, "This guy will respond to anything. So let's just distract him, have him come here to save her, and meanwhile, we'll go rob the bank or whatever." Okay. So somehow Superman gets wind of this and does save her, but she doesn't use the thing to contact him. Blah blah blah. Saving her panel. It's like, "Lois, why didn't you signal me for help with the watch I gave you? You could have been killed by that deadly bomb." Of course, she was afraid to call him because he called her a pest, and my life means nothing to you.
Drama much? Passive aggressive much?
She's literally crying, which is kind of
Crocodile tears.
good job, Lois. So then she throws it back. She's like, "I don't want to take it back. I don't want a guardian angel who thinks I'm a nuisance." And he's just like,
If you insist.
"All right."
That's cold.
Is that all it took? I could have done that like 3 things ago.
Wow.
He's trying to act all bothered by it, but inside he's like, "Thank fucking God."
I was trying to figure out how to break that damn thing without her noticing.
Respond to every goddamn thing she wants. Then later, back at the Daily Planet, she's telling Clark all about it. He's like, "So I told him I'd much rather not have a Superman signal watch than have him constantly annoyed with me." And of course, the clincher line here is, "Women, even a Superman can't understand them."
Wow.
So
Who the hell wrote this?
yeah, two things. Number one, whoever wrote this was clearly in a fight with their wife
Yeah.
Yep.
Jeez.
because had to get out that rage somehow. And number two, what does the cover have anything to do with this issue?
No, that's, I mean, this is the first story in the book.
Oh, there's multiple stories.
No, you would think the cover would correspond to the first story, right? Like the main story they want you to read,
Yeah.
but it doesn't. I mean, I didn't bother reading the rest of it, but
So maybe it doesn't correspond to any of it.
there's always at least 2 stories, and then this, the Lois Lane comic actually had some comic strips, like Peg. Do you remember Peg, the old comic strip from the?
Don't say pegged in front of Andy.
Oh, sorry. Anyway,
Um,
I was going to ask, did they ever catch the criminals who went to rob the bank? Did their
Well,
plan
Yeah,
work?
they were there. They were still there. They hadn't had a chance
Okay.
to leave yet.
that's
Well,
not the important part of the story. The important part of the story is that bees be crazy.
Totally.
But clearly, the editors saw that story and they're like, "Oh, this is gold. This has to go first, even though the cover's already done."
Mhm.
Here's the Heathcliff comic. It says, "His internet must be down," and the note says, "Show me your feet." And he has a helmet that says feet.
Wow.
That's not real.
Of course it's not. He made it.
You made that.
Look at him. He's dying. I love it.
It's so stupid.
That's your Mona Lisa.
I love Jennifer's comment. Superman deserves a spanking.
Well, I mean, he'd like it too much for it to be a punishment.
Right.
So this
I mean,
one,
I feel like Superman was kind of justified in being upset because
I saw that.
Wait.
That's hilarious.
Oh my lord!
Spoilers.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how much of a spoiler you could get out of that.
I literally don't.
Oh,
understand.
one more. Sorry, this one's really dumb. It says, "Harry, look, I stepped in dog shit. That's good luck." It's like Squeak. He's like, "Bitch, what the fuck?"
What is that?
From Spider-Man or something?
Yeah.
Oh,
Squeak.
I saw another bad one. I'll show you guys. I'll message you guys this one. We can't show this one on the air.
oh, great! That's great for everyone watching.
If you can't show us it on the air after the stuff we talk about, this has
I
got to
was
be
gonna say-
bad.
I hope the
On
censors
this
don't
show?
show us this.
If you can't show it on this show,
All right.
wow.
No, don't. I mean,
No,
if you're on
I'm
my
saying,
channel,
we're
I
not
take
asking.
it.
Gonna regret
No, we're
this.
saying don't do
We're
it.
saying if your instincts are telling you no,
Yeah. Yeah.
it might be a hard no, just like a no ever no.
Yeah.
Share
Yeah,
with
you
the
got- you gotta-
class.
You got to send me that Heathcliff thing.
Okay.
Just post it. You got to post it. Oh, hello, Roscoe. How's it going, man? And Comic Noob, how's it going? With everything that is talked about on the show, right? This is the place people come for that kind of stuff.
You guys might already be aware, but Dave Maris has been up to his A-OK shenanigans again. So say a quick thank you to him for sending me this.
Yo, that's
Oh,
awesome.
I know.
Charlie
Blow it up. Blow it up.
Some Adam Hughes art on the cover.
Yeah, it is.
She
A
knows
lot of
that.
acid.
So thank you so much, Dave Maris. Totally out of the blue. Was not. expecting
Looks like
that.
she might have dropped it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry for
God.
There's just no solution for that tonight.
Oh God!
What?
Yeah. Send memes. That is the only trump card to send nudes.
You're just
Yes.
making up jokes.
Just, you know,
Memes are the way to your heart.
We should get Jennifer on this show because she's funnier than us.
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
why would she ever want to be on this show?
I'm not taking anything away from her because I agree, but you could say just that about just about anybody is funnier than us.
It's a broad term.
I don't know.
On Facebook, this one group is called like Marvel Disney Plus posting, something like that. And it started off with like being just Scarlet Witch and Vision memes for the show, and then now that Falcon Winter Soldier's on, it's kind of moved on to that. And there's like crossover ones, but it's still just mainly just the Marvel Disney Plus show themes.
Sure.
And for a while, it's like, okay, well now it's like action oriented, and it's like, okay, well guys are watching it more. So it's apparently the most watched show because it's so like action oriented and stuff, and a lot of guys are watching for the action. And so the group started making jokes that like, oh well, guys are actually watching it because like they're jacking off to it.
What?
And so there's one that says like, "You there, boy? What day is it?" "Why, sir, it's the Falcon and Winter Soldier Day." And then he's like, "Certified freak."
Oh goodness. All right, so is everyone watching the show?
Yeah.
All right, so I got 2 episodes in, and like I got a little bit bored, and I just haven't continued. Is it as good as WandaVision or
Yeah,
not?
it's
No,
pretty good.
it's
Yeah.
not as good as
It's-
WandaVision, but
it's-
I liked the 4th episode a ton.
Yeah,
It's been good, but it's like, to me, it feels like an episodic Marvel movie where WandaVision felt like a unique experience.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling a ton of chemistry between the actors. So
Yeah, I'm kind of bored with the show too, but I'm just watching to see when Omega Red shows up.
Omega Red.
No, it's Mephisto.
Yeah.
Well, don't you guys? There was a whole thing, and the reason why X-Men #4 spiked is they called out that Omega Red was going to show up in the 3rd episode, and it never happened.
Yeah, of course not. Why?
Have they brought in Evan Peters yet?
Why would they do that?
Guess what? Did the issue go down? Probably not.
No, it did not.
Nothing goes down anymore. That's a joke.
Ooh,
mean- Yeah, show's been good. I don't know. I like it. WandaVision was like really special because it was an homage to television. It was really different. Like nothing's been done like that in television history, as far as my knowledge goes. So
Totally.
like that was really cool and special. But you know, as far as Falcon Winter Soldier, I think we all knew what we were getting. It was supposed to be originally the first Disney Plus show before WandaVision. So you know, this is supposed to be the welcoming of Disney Plus Marvel TV shows. And for that, you know, it hits the marks. And I think it's cool that it's a Captain America movie pretty much, but like longer, which is cool. I think it would have worked better in movie format, even though being so long. But it's interesting to see how it's being made for television. I do really like Baron Zemo. I'm glad that they made him not a Nazi, you know, heritage, like his comic form. That's pretty cool. Yeah, he's likable. And it's, I don't know. The one thing I don't like about like the show is you have the flag smashers that are like against territories and things like that, and being treated equally before the snap, or things, you know, after the snap, but before
during
right.
during the
because they got treated better, and everyone cared, all the countries cared, everyone loved human society and tried to be better people, and they wanted the world to be a better place. And it sucks that like we have these revolutionary characters in Marvel that, you know, speak out against like wrongdoing and in society, and then they're always like turned by like, oh, guess what? I'm just gonna blow up a building and kill people. Like, you know, so it's just like it doesn't make sense to the character usually, and it just really sucks. They're trying to be like, oh yeah, they're extremists. It's like, no, most people think like that, and it sucks that you're making this person an extremist with this ideal that is like a greater good. I always think of like Disney stock owners are like, no, we gotta not have that. You know, you can't put that in the show. Make them a bad guy. Make them a terrorist.
Their stock has been going up, so
Yeah. There you go.
I'm still trying to get over the Wish.com Captain America.
That's pretty funny. I like how he got beat up by the Dora Milaje. He's like, they weren't even super soldiers.
he's like you could just almost see him being like at a bar later, like, a girl beat me up.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and especially he was like, oh, put down your spears, you know, and then just fucking beat his ass.
Whereas the other guys are like, dude, you really don't want to mess with these girls. Like these ladies. These ladies are gonna F you up.
He's
Don't
like,
mess with
looking
these
good.
ladies. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, looking good. So good.
I'm not saying that like they have to do something wild and out there like WandaVision every time, but I feel like shows like this have such a perfect opportunity to do something like basically a wild buddy cop movie,
Yeah.
like a Lethal Weapon or
Yeah.
style, you know, where it's like just these two ragtag odd couple, like what I guess it kind of is, but they don't lean into it enough.
You know, I think if you had like the budget behind you and the reputation of being like a big franchise like Marvel, and they're known for making one of the biggest movies of all time in history, money-making movies, it'd be really cool to have like this you know, campaign of advertising instead of just showing advertisements on YouTube and things like that. Like, can you make a little short side story of like Instagram stories or Facebook stories that are like part of the story that brings you to the page, and you want to find out some side things that are happening that you can only watch exclusively on Instagram or Facebook or like, you know, or TikTok or whatever. Like, no one's thought of that before, no one's done it before, but like it's a whole another level of like advertising that you could do, and people be like super into it for free.
You just fucked yourself by giving it away for free.
I've been preaching this idea for 2 years and no one's done it yet, so just, I don't know. Someone give me money so I can go do cool shit. Like,
We need to highlight Daymare's.
No, you don't.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
No.
have you guys been watching Invincible?
I watched the first episode. I haven't watched any more past that.
Okay.
Neither. I'm not familiar with the character at all, so I don't. Really...
I have not
You
read
don't,
the
you don't
comic,
need to be.
Yeah. I heard that the show is different from the comic in a lot of ways. So that's interesting. I feel like it's kind of taking the same route as what the DC movies. DC movies tend to be different from the comic. The DC fans hate those movies that are different from the comic for some reason. But I think it's nice that they surprise the viewer with something new and in a similar way. But I think it's neat. I think Invincible is a good show, man. I feel like they spent a lot of money on the casting, the voice actors, and also the soundtrack as well. Animation is okay, but it looks like the comics, so no complaints.
Like there are certain scenes, like the scene at the end of the first episode where the big fight happens. It's like, okay, that's clearly where all your animation budget went, because the rest of the episode kind of looked like pretty low budget.
There's a lot of like really bad like computer generated backgrounds.
Yeah.
But I still enjoy. I think it's one of the best superhero shows out there or ever made. Really, it's really good.
Definitely not for kids, much like this show.
The first show is very wholesome until the last 2 minutes,
where it becomes wildly not wholesome.
Yeah, very brutal and bloody. And it's funny because like I know what happens in the comic. It's been spoiled for me, so I know what's coming. And it's interesting to see how the show is going to change things from that. But yeah, I'm in. I hope all you guys watch it. It's good.
Oh, so is Noel. He's in too.
What's up, TK?
I mean, without getting like too off topic.
We don't have a topic.
Well, I mean, I guess interconnected between what Jason and Alec are saying about TV shows that challenge the viewer in some way or push the medium in some ways. I had a debate in a YouTube comment section with people who were talking about
your first mistake.
Well, yeah. No, it was productive, shockingly.
Never fight with someone under 5 subscribers.
The argument on the show had been that due to the Captain America issue that Ta-Nehisi Coates had put in something that had been clearly referencing a conservative political a gentleman, right? I don't know if you guys heard that news.
Okay.
So in an issue of Captain America by Ta-Nehisi Coates, the Red Skull has a website, and like some of the information on his beliefs were basically taken straight from or very closely
Jordan
copied
Peterson.
from this conservative mouthpiece gentleman, and so they were commenting that people making comic books maybe are just they're using politics. They shouldn't be using politics in these comics. And of course, like the debate in the chat in the comment section was, shouldn't art and story challenge the audience, or it's just bland entertainment that you'll forget about the second you're done watching it? And so I think it's the same debate people are having between Falcon and WandaVision, right? Where they're like, I'm bored with this because it's not necessarily challenging me as a viewer, versus WandaVision, which challenged the viewer and offered something original and different.
That's also pretty debatable in itself, though. I mean, there's a lot of like racial divides. When they, the cops confronted Falcon, they want to be like,
that was a great moment.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of that going on. How Falcon's poor, he doesn't have any money, he's getting denied loans. There's a lot of like injustice, and also, when he met with the leader of the Flag Smashers, they're like, I understand what you're going through. I too have had many troubles. There's a lot of like that kind of social commentary, political aspect going on in the show as well, and that's also divided with viewers because people are like, I just want to see Captain America. It's just like, all right, man.
But I think those are people that don't understand the core of Captain America to begin with, because he was never like representative of the government.
Yeah,
he was always challenging
in the comic. He's constantly chased by the government.
He's always being hunted. Always, like the guy on the outside of the law.
Politics in comics is nothing new, though. Like there's a long history of political issues being tackled in comic books. I mean, for better or worse. And like obviously, if you are on one side of the aisle that is the one being criticized, I can understand being frustrated by it, but to say that like you shouldn't reference political things in comic books
it's ludicrous, right? I mean, for me, it's the same as like, hey, shut up and play basketball. That's that same mentality to me. That's like the comics that stick with me the longest, that last with me the longest, are the ones that challenge my views on things in some way or another. I mean, like Far Sector has been one of the best DC reads in the last few years for me, and that book has got all kinds of perspectives on over medication and on too much social media, on
Nice.
race relations. I mean, it's this wonderful, amazing look at so many perspectives. And on top of that, it's just a kick-ass mystery comic and it's sci-fi and all that fun stuff. But how boring would it be if it was just like lost all that edge and it was just like a
Well, I
boring
thought you
murder
were saying how boring would it be if it were just Lost, because I was about to agree with you.
Yeah, like nowadays you have people on Twitter that are like, "Oh, you know what? Captain America shouldn't have punched Hitler. He should have listened him out." It's like, dude, just get out of here. You know what I mean?
What are you doing?
You have people like that nowadays, and you just gotta like, I have this one of my brother-in-laws is like, he's not racist, but he's such like
Wait.
he believes that like being racist is freedom of speech. I'm like, no, that's ruining society. Like you can't have that. Like you might as well be like representing child molesters and like murderers. Like what are you doing, man? Just like, and he can't get it. He just doesn't get it.
So I will play devil's advocate and say that we are protected under the First Amendment if you want to be a dickhead and say something racist, but it doesn't protect you from losing your job, where a corporation has the ability to decide that they don't want a scumbag working there, but not going to get arrested for saying it.
It's not protection from consequences.
There you go.
Exactly. Anyone who says that politics have never been in comic books or comic books aren't political does not know what politics is, because even punching Hitler is political.
Yeah, or comics. Yeah,
it's
the more
just people sticking up for something that they believe in, and that is always political.
Well, you look at I even mentioned in one of my comments on in that thread about the Green Arrow junkie issue and some of those shocking moments in comics, even mainstream superhero comics, when they were pushing political social envelopes that were hugely impactful.
Or the classic story about when Black Panther started and the editors say we need more white characters in it, so they included the KKK.
Wow.
They're the only white characters available. KKK. Wow.
Ooh.
Political and social issues have been a part of comics before even the golden age. I totally agree, TJ.
I mean,
I totally anyways, I didn't want to derail it, but for me, it's connected to good story in some ways that challenges the audience and isn't just placating, mind-numbing entertainment that is totally forgettable later on.
To your point, I think that you're trying to make is that pushing the envelope doesn't have to be political, because clearly WandaVision wasn't especially political, but it still pushed the envelope of what we are expecting to see when we watch the show.
Exactly.
But pushing rope, we can all get around with. I do want to bring it back around and say that I'm really stoked and looking forward to Loki, and that's going to be an amazing show. I think that's the one I've been looking forward to the most from the get-go. And
you're Loki excited for it?
I don't really like Loki that much. Like, man, the show looks great. Yeah, I'm high key. Yeah, excited for it.
High key.
Wow.
People rarely go there these days. They're usually low key about it.
Keep out with Roscoe brings out. How about Joker 2? I guess the movie coming out. I'd never liked Joker 1. I thought it was a terrible movie.
They're making a sequel to the Joaquin Phoenix movie?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I mean, I should assume.
If he's talking about the comic, the first issue is great. I like the Joker comic that came out. It was because it's a Gordon story. It's a detective story, so that's cool.
Oh, you kidding? You're never gonna top that.
No, I think.
Whoa!
I think,
End the show.
All right. You're welcome, everyone. Well played,
Jennifer.
If you guys ever want an off switch.
Oh, we've actually all had our mom's vagina come out of our mouth, right? When we're born.
Wow.
I don't think that's.
Come on, you're ruining it.
Okay. Well,
in hindsight,
before you say something else.
in hindsight, we're all made out of cum. Our dads come, right? We're all cum.
Well, I mean, to be fair,
We're
having
still freaking
We're
live.
still live.
Oh no!
having,
Right.
you know,
Yeah, like, are you trying to
honestly,
trick
wait,
us?